Hello everyone! In our video, I will show you how to download and install RHEL Enterprise Linux. This is our first lesson in Linux. Please like our video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share it. Your support is very important to us. Red Hat Linux gives us a free 1-year license. Within 1 year, we can use Red Hat's own repo as we wish. Here we register to the site. On this page, we can write any nickname we want. Since I already have an account, I will not open it again. I will just show a short example. We must write a password with at least 14 symbols in the password section. You fill in the fields here as you wish. You can write the company in any random way, it doesn't matter, but make sure the number is correct. Accept the deal and let's create our new account. As I said, I won't do that because I already have an account. And now .iso will download properly. I won't download it because I downloaded it. Now let's install Red Hat Enterprise Linux on a virtual machine in VMware. We click Create New Virtual Machine and select Custom and click Next. We select the latest version of hardware compatibility. Here we do not select ISO and say Next. We select Operating System Linux and choose the version Red Hat Enterprise Linux 964-bit. We give the virtual machine a name and choose where to store it. We enter how much CPU we will give to the virtual machine. Here we choose how much RAM we will give. We select our network adapter. It would be better if you choose NAT. If you have an SSD, you can choose NVMe. We create a new disk and set its size. If you gave 20 gigabytes to you, it will not take up 20 gigabytes of space from your disk. As you download something to the virtual machine, it will take up space from your disk. For example, if you gave 20 gigabytes to your virtual machine, but only 10 gigabytes is full, your disk will only take up 10 gigabytes. But if you choose Allocate All Disk Space Now, it will take up all 20 gigabytes. Now we choose Customize Hardware and select our ISO in the new DVD share. We click Close and then we start our virtual machine. Here we come across two options. The first one starts RHEL directly. The second one tests the ISO and then starts it. I will continue with the first one. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is the installation screen opened here. First, we choose the installation and our RHEL language and keyboard language. We can additionally select a language in the language support section. In the Connection Red Hat section, we can enter a 1-year free account that we opened ourselves and use all Red Hat repos with it. In the Installation Source section, we verify the SR0 within our ISO. Thanks to this, we can use the repos that exist within the ISO. No account is required for this. In the software selection, we choose whether we will use the RHEL graphical interface or just the console. Server with GUI is the written graphical interface. Minimal install is the console. Here we select our disk and click Done twice. Kdump is automatically turned on. This allows us to keep logs if there is a crash at the kernel level in our system. The network section is usually open. If it is closed, you can open it from here. Here we will enter the password for our root account. After typing the password, we must click Done twice. If you click on Lock Root Account, the root account will be locked on your system and you will not be able to log in as root. If you click on the second option, you can connect directly to your root account via SSH. If you do not confirm, you will not be able to access your root account directly via SSH. You can first log in with your own account and then switch to root. Here we open a new user account for ourselves. If you activate the first option, your account will have root permissions and will be able to do almost everything root can do. I will tell you what root is in my upcoming videos. Click Begin Installation to start the installation. The installation time depends on how much RAM and CPU you give to the virtual machine. After the installation is complete, we can reboot the system. After our system opens, we are greeted by a lock screen. We click on our username, enter the password, and then press Enter. And our system has been successfully installed. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.